My name is Elijah Black, he, him pronouns.
My name is Miranda Schaffhausen. I use she, her pronouns.
And this is the Tiny House Autocomplete interview.
Why tiny house on wheels?
You can basically build, so if you build something on a permanent foundation, you have to get all sorts of permits, and there's like a certain limit on how small something can be without permits or inspections, but that's usually way smaller than a tiny house. Like, I think the cutoff in Portland is like 100 square feet.
It's a really tiny house.
That's a really tiny house. When you put it on wheels, not only can you move it, which is like kind of cool, but you can also get around a ton of permits and inspections, which also reduces the cost a lot because permits can be thousands of dollars.
Why tiny houses are a bad idea? They're not.
Yeah,
They're
I don't know
great
if I
idea.
can answer this one. Bad idea if you love paying a lot of money for a big house.
Or if you need way too much space.
Yeah, or if you're unsustainable, that's a bad idea.
Why build a tiny house? Why build?
Why did we build a tiny
Why
house?
did you build a tiny house?
I just love tiny houses. They're cool. I want to live in one, and I figured it would be a good way to practice building one before I build my own.
Building's fun, and like being able to see your work come together like as soon as you do it, there's nothing more satisfying than that. Why tiny houses are so small? Because they're tiny.
Definitional. Do tiny houses have plumbing?
I'd hope so.
Yeah, I would also hope so. The lady who designed this tiny house, Dee Williams, her tiny house does not have plumbing. It has a composting toilet, and her main source of water is like a 5-gallon jug that she fills up. Do tiny houses increase in value?
I feel
That's
like
a good one.
They're getting more popular, probably.
Yeah, I would say that it probably depends a lot on how you build it and who built it. I bet it follows kind of more like an RV value path. Because like, I don't think they're quite popular enough that like everyone needs one. Mm-hmm. Do tiny houses get ants? Never.
Tiny houses have like a wall around them so they can't ever get ants.
It's actually the main reason why people want tiny houses.
It's actually part of the definition of a tiny house is they can't get ants.
Tiny house, they're too small for the ants.
Yeah,
Ants are like not worth it. Yeah, can't get in. Do tiny houses need foundations?
I mean, ours doesn't, so no.
No, they don't.
Get involved by coming to the club fairs or also emailing tinyhouse at lclark.edu. Or we have an Instagram, tinyhouselc, and if you just want to get involved, want to get on the email list, we send out a bunch of really cool emails about the stuff that we're doing and like times that we're building.
Yeah, and you don't have to like be in a tiny house, want to live in a tiny house to join the club. And you can join. It's a lot about building and learning like technical trade skills and just learning like what it means to build. And we also do a lot of merch and stickers, so that's a big part of it too.